Hey, y'all. It's Johnny C. Cochran, candidate for U.S. Congress, Alabama's 4th Congressional District, with an ask. But I need to start with some thanks. I need to thank my wife, who has indulged me throughout this campaign, taking time away from the family, visiting communities like Fort Payne and Gadsden, the Shoals, Dora, Jasper, and hopefully a couple more as the campaign rolls on. But I also need to thank the 24 or so donors that have contributed to this campaign. I feel what they feel, which is that Washington, D.C. no longer works for the average American, for the average Alabamian. And this is the final push into the campaign. Election day will be here before you know it. So for those that have contributed to my campaign, I thank you mightily. I'm now asking, if you have not contributed to this campaign, would you consider? And I don't have a fancy political consultant to tell you that has devised a plan on how I'm going to win, but I'm going to lay it out for you right now. You ready? My opponents can know what my playbook is. The state GOP has gerrymandered the state of Alabama congressional districts by drawing the maps funny to make races less competitive. So you have District 7, which is the safe Democrat district, and then you have 6 other congressional districts that are safe Republican. The 4th district, in which I reside, is the reddest district in one of the reddest states in the country. The incumbent, who's been there for 25 years, which, hey, I signed the term limit pledge. 25 years is way too long. That usually he runs unopposed. Now, there's a gentleman running with the Democrat Party. Seems like a heck of a nice guy. Met him, spoke to him a couple times. The trouble is, in 2020, which was a banner year for Democrats in the election, he lost something like 82 to 18%. Okay. So if you're a Democrat in the 4th Congressional District, the sad reality is there is no way for the demographics to match up for him to win, which is a shame because he seems like a nice guy. Probably disagree with him on a lot of our policy solutions, but he can't win. Now, if you feel like you have to vote blue no matter who, well, he is a solid individual, so I can't fault you for that. But if your goal is to unseat the 25-year incumbent, I believe I have the better chance, and I'll tell you why. That 82% block that votes for Mr. Aderholt votes not for him, but for the Republican Party. Why do you say that? Well, it's because I ask when I door knock, and I've had less than 5 people out of hundreds of doors that have actually been able to name him by name. Which brings me to the next point. I harp on the national debt. How it has 25x or 6x'd over the last 25 years. All right? That's something serious. And the Republicans I talk to, they're not too happy about that. And when I show his voting record to the voters, they're not too happy about that either. So you are going to have some Republicans that probably just vote Republican no matter what. But those that are principled on small, limited constitutional government, on fiscal responsibility, on balanced budgets, know that they have not been getting that from the establishment Republican Party in Washington, D.C., including the 25-year representative of this area. So this is a unique opportunity to send someone to Washington, D.C. that actually believes in many of the things that small, limited, constitutional, fiscal responsible voters want. And so I'm asking, if you have the ability to contribute to my campaign, please visit www.johnnyccochran4al.com and make a donation. This is the time. I need those funds as we ramp up our strategy moving closer and closer to Election Day. Any size contribution is appreciated and helpful to advancing liberty and fiscal sanity in our country. Thank you, everybody.